Did you know BMW once made a supercar? Its engine is in the middle, it was designed to go racing, and it very nearly didn't happen. It's a piece of automotive legend, and its name is the BMW M1. The M1 only lasted 4 years, from 1978 until 1981. It was BMW's first and thus far only attempt at a proper supercar. Its development, though, was an interesting one, but also rather tragic. You see, BMW wanted to enter the various GT championships around Europe, but to do that, you need a car. So they got in touch with Lamborghini, the experts at making mid-engined GT supercars of the era. Lamborghini naturally said, yes, we'd love to do it, and took all of BMW's money. However, shortly afterwards they got themselves into some serious financial difficulty, and BMW had to get all its things back. And the result, well, is pretty spectacular. A 3.5 litre mid-mounted straight six supercar. It would do 160 miles an hour, and apparently it would do 0 to 60 in just 5.6 seconds. The M1 is based on 1972's turbo concept, which debuted at the Munich Olympic Games. It was designed by Giugiaro, and it's covered in incredible details. First and foremost, take a look at all the vents. So you've got some here, some here, some here, lots on the back, some here. It's just awesome to look at. Then there's the sheer size of the thing. It's just giant. It's the kind of car you draw when you're a schoolboy. And then you look at the wheels. It's like something a Martian would eat his dinner off. The coolest thing on this car, though, bar the 2 BMW badges on the boot, is the kidney grille. It's that one piece of BMW design language that's been on every single car the company has made. And that detail, having it very small at the front, was also continued on the 8 Series from the 90s. But it's one thing talking about how pretty it looks, and another thing actually driving it. The interior of the M1 is, well, it's very dark and very, very 70s. Everything is in German, most of the switches are understandable, but a lot of them really aren't. There's excessive amounts of tweed, there's lots of leather, which is all very noisy, a bit like, you know, those Michael Jackson leather jackets from the 80s. It's well designed, and it's still really comfy, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting a horrible ride and lots of pain and backache and anger and shouting and all that kind of thing, but actually, it's all right. Performance-wise, well, the old girl's still got it. You can put your foot down and it will just fly, but there are a couple of little caveats to that. The throttle, well, is kind of like a creme brulee, because you have to like tap through the hard shell before you get to the creamy deliciousness. Well, it's kind of like that. It's kind of hard to push down after 30 odd years, but when you do, you start going quite quickly. The engine noise, well, yeah, I like the engine noise. I kind of like that. What a testament to BMW's engineers that it's held up for so long. Also, the gearbox, a dogleg one, ideal for racing. So the thing is, the M1 was designed to race in GT championships, but the problem is, just before it was launched, well, they changed the rules. So the M1 couldn't enter anything, which is why BMW created Procar, which is basically a one-make M1 racing series. Eventually, the sports car championship rules were changed and BMW could take the M1 racing for real. Procar itself was pretty cool. I mean, this has 270 odd brake as standard, but the Procars, with added giant turbo, they had 150. That's quite scary because this thing shits alarmingly well for something of its age, size and weight. M1s, well, they're basically God to BMW purists. They're kind of like unicorns to, people that like fairy tales. And they're incredibly valuable. One just sold in the States for about $400,000, and that was pristine. That's a lot of money for a 30-odd-year-old car that isn't a Ferrari. It's quite incredible the following these things have. Having driven it, having experienced it, having felt what it's like, still even now, it holds up really well, and it's been an absolute privilege to be able to pilot it. So that was the BMW M1, the only true supercar BMW has ever made. And it's also the only opportunity you'll ever get to own that badge on a supercar. It's also worth noting that this is the only car that has ever borne the M1 badge. It's kind of sacred in BMW lore. This is the kind of car that adorned schoolboys' bedroom walls to show their mates that it's not only the Italians that can make fast, glamorous, exciting cars. And also, even though its life was short and its development was interesting, well, it did find its way into two other very, very famous M cars. The original 635 CSI and the first ever M5, both have modified versions of the M1's 3.5 litre heart. And as donors go, the M1 ain't bad.